Hello and welcome back to Jackknives Reviews. I'm of course your host, Jackknives. Today we'll be looking at the sci-fi movie by Bong Joon, Mickey 17. In the year 2054, Mickey Barnes and his colleague Tomo are forced by a loan shark to take part aboard a dangerous expedition on an unknown planet called Niflheim. Mickey is forced to be a part of the Expendable Project, allowing him to die over and over again with his memories staying intact in new clone bodies. While on a dangerous mission, Mickey 17 is presumed dead after contact with foreign life forms on the planet. However, he is not going to be as expendable as once thought going forward. Bong Joon-ho is one of those directors and filmmakers who is somehow able to always put out a good movie. There's never been a movie he's made that's been outright terrible or bad, and that's saying quite a lot considering his back catalog. In every movie he's done, there's at least something that someone can enjoy about it. From Okja to Host to Snowpiercer, which this is kind of similar in that vein, to of course Parasite, the first movie to ever win both Best Foreign and Best Picture at the Oscars. But with Mickey 17, he kind of rolled back to his older style he did with Snowpiercer, doing a dystopian sci-fi epic that is within the realm of possibility, but is also far-fetched enough to be a sci-fi movie. The movie is truly fully carried A to Z by Robert Pattinson, not just from him being cloned over and over again, but from the everyman yet struggling everyman that he portrays. From playing both Mickey 17 and Mickey 18 and all the various clones, you can see a little different personality in each of them, which isn't very easy for a good actor to do, let alone one that is as established as Robert Pattinson is. The movie is based off of a book called Mickey 7, with an almost identical plot, although there's some variations and changes. Very similar to how Snowpiercer was based off of a book, but had enough changes to make its own self-identity within the adaptation, while still being a faithful adaptation of the original source material. What I think was really great about this wasn't just the fact that it was kind of a somewhat isolated area. It's an unknown planet. It kind of gave off Hoth vibes, the way the planet was set up. I mean, it's called Niflheim because obviously someone's a fan of Norse mythology. Some of the cast seems kind of pointless in the movie. Mostly, I'm particularly talking about Toni Collette. Not because I dislike Toni Collette, far from it. I think she's a fantastic actress. But her character is kind of like there. And yet she's on the poster. Whereas other characters who should be more prominent in the story are kind of just to the wayside. It's little tiny things like that that I think may change people's opinions. The designs of the creatures and the way they look are disgusting, and yet they also 100% reminded me of the creatures from Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind. So I guess because of that, I kind of had more empathy for them. They're not evil. They're just existing. And obviously we've seen movies that have tried doing the whole we're just existing, they're not evil sort of bug creatures. I'm mostly thinking of, off the top of my head, Starship Troopers or Ender's Game, if you want to be worse about it. But this movie does it in a way that actually kind of feels not forced. It feels good. Because that's the art that Bong Joon-ho can do. He can bring a story to its natural resonance. It digs into that familiarity that we have with writing. He writes characters like people first, which sounds easy, but it's not. It's very much not. There's things in this that I feel prevent it from being like a classic in the vein of Snowpiercer, which that's a little more on the action thriller. This is a little more on the sci-fi drama with some comedy sprinkled in it. So even though I could see, if you told me the same guy who made Snowpiercer made this, I'd believe it fully. Feels like this is an introduction into a broader scope of story. Like, this concept being turned into a series is a very real possibility that I see happening. I do believe a lot of people had mixed emotions about this movie and felt it was good for what it was. And I think it's a great sci-fi movie with not as much sci-fi as you would expect, but just enough to obviously remind you it is a sci-fi movie, but it is a Bong Joon-ho film first. And if you like his works, I really think you're going to like this. And if you like Robert Pattinson and Bong Joon-ho, you're really going to like this one. I give Mickey 17 4 out of 5. Have you seen Mickey 17? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, I'll see you next time.